Good afternoon and guten Tag. It is indeed a pleasure and honor to present here at the August Forum of Innovation IA9, which I was introduced last year. And congratulations are due to this organization for putting up such an immense task ahead. What I would like to just start with is an astute observation that somebody made a while back. And because my background, as very rightly said, thank you for the introduction, is in medicine and dentistry, is that standardization is paramount. So, an example. When we board in an aircraft, do we ask, do we have a good pilot on board or an average one? However, when we go to a new city, we ask who is a good doctor around, or likewise to a university, who are the good teachers? Why should it be so? It is essential that in health-related factors, or where people's lives are involved in learning, we should have good standardization. I would like to introduce a concept in which I would like you all to participate. If you don't mind going on your smart devices and using this link, https respond.cc, for an interactive poll, and I hope that the technology will help us here. And these are the responses coming through. So many of you have not heard, and I'm not surprised because, to be honest, I was introduced to Lean just last year as well. If I can navigate my way to the next question. So coming back to the question, what is Lean? Lean is actually a Japanese philosophy, which means that everything flows like a stream. It is a smooth flowing stream, if you like, without having any delays. So it is a pull factor. It is a common, logical, problem-solving attitude. And what I like about it is its simplicity, just like in nature. How are we redefining education in 2016? There have been some publications, but Lean in higher education has been only around for a decade. Emiliani, who is the author for Lean University, states that put yourself in the student's chair, and that is the most important part, and we've heard that a lot in this conference. But St. Andrews University has put it into action, and we were very fortunate at Hamdan bin Mohammed College of Dental Medicine to have Mark Robinson visited us last week, and he said that it has indeed helped both the students and the university and the faculty staff improve, so they have had better results ever since they employed Lean. Students are looking towards convenience and cost. The university wants revenue, retention of staff, and of course reputation. And what do we as academicians need? We need a space where we can grow and achieve our goals in research and developing ideas. So what is Lean? Lean, as I said earlier, is a philosophy from Japan, and it was first introduced in the Toyota. But if I give you some examples, you will all relate to it in one way or the other. Lean is palpable. When you travel with Emirates Airlines, when you go to Apple stores, when you have had experience with Mediclinic Hospital or Cleveland Hospital, they are all examples running on Lean, where actually the beneficiary is at the top of it. At the end of the day, it is a simple concept and has a lot of Japanese terms, but I won't go into the details. One of them, Kaizen, means continuous improvement. So once we have adapted it, what do we do in order to make it better? for universities. It is definitely a very big plus, and at the end of the day, it is about time that we employ it. Just very briefly, I'll touch on some of the more important concepts of lean philosophy is Kano analysis. The Kano analysis looks at who are the dissatisfiers, satisfiers, and delighters. In order to make our university students delighters, that is added value to their time, we need to make sure that we provide our services ahead of time or on time and give them the quality education that they deserve. Of course, Lean works on a value mapping system. So we map up our processes, eliminate the ones that are causing waste so that the process is nice and well streamed. What is the major paradigm shift? We all are aware of it. The traditional model is no longer going to work in this day and age, particularly with what has happened in the past decade or so with the smart devices. We need to collaborate, use the opportunities that we have, and make the best time available for the students. The other concept of Lean is sorting out. In a simple term, it means declutter. We cannot have information overload for our students. So in order to provide streamlined information that they can best learn from, or when they are self-directed learning, in order to keep it simple and straightforward so that it can be applied. There are many universities in the world that have applied the Lean higher education model, such as the Nelson Mandela, the King Abdullah in MENA region, and Macquarie University and South Australia University in Australia, and many others are coming on board. The health education in particular, as I gave the example earlier, is very important. We need standardization, but at the same time, we want them to be thorough with their knowledge base, and it should not be cutting corners. What are the wastes? That is something that we look at through this book, William Balzer, on Lean in higher education. And I'll spend a couple of minutes now on waste. Interestingly enough, we have different types of wastes in higher education. Time being the most important one. It is one resource that will never ever be regenerated, and we have to make sure that we do not waste time of our students. But there are other types of wastes in an organization. There are people waste, process waste, information waste, asset waste, and leadership waste. And I was really shocked to see how much we do waste in any process. Nearly 90 to 95%, according to Liger in 2004. And only it's 5 to 10% of the processes, and even in life, we see that they produce the value-added element. We have spoken a lot about just-in-time, and that is actually providing information right before it's needed so that its retention is higher. And again, online learning is a magnificent way of providing that. Analysis of waste can be done either single-handedly, like yourself, doing it in your own offices, or it can be done through a collaborative work as in rapid improvement events, which is also a part of Lean, in which everybody sits down on a table, puts things on the sticky tape, and puts it in the process line and sees where is the waste and eliminates it, in order to make the process efficient and time effective. I like Lean because it asks questions all the time. Why do we do it? When do we do it? How do we do it? And how can we improve it? We have done a lot of research on it, but we would like to introduce a Lean concept into higher education, particularly into medicine and dentistry. And it's time that we have that time that we'll save from the process line, we can create better things, be more innovative. It is time that we look at the world differently, and we need to do it. As my presentation was on innovation, which other country better than the UAE example? And I'll just run this short video for you all, that at the end of the day, UAE is a living example of Lean being put into action.
Can you hold your breath for 2 minutes? so scary. I'm Ali. I'm 10, and I live in the greatest city in the world, Dubai, in the United Arab Emirates. Okay, I haven't seen many other cities, but when I look at my grandfather's pictures, his Dubai looks like another place. Now come and see my Dubai. At school, our teacher asked us why the expo should come to our city. I said because the UAE is already like one big, incredible expo. In the last 40 years, just look at what we have done. We have built a place that is clean, healthy, safe, and fun. Here, everything moves. Except when it doesn't. This is Burj Khalifa, which is 2,760.5 feet high. But you know, we can't take all the credit. Not at all. We've always worked with people from other countries. The UAE is where the East meets the West. That's why it's been a trading post since ancient times. It is also the perfect place to bring together the world's best brains, like architects, scientists, engineers, and programmers, and get some awesome results. Just take a look at this. This project in Abu Dhabi, it's like a sci-fi movie, but it's happening right now. Most of the power for the whole city comes from the sun. So that means the carbon emissions are tiny, and there's no pollution, no waste, no fumes, no soot, no acid. I think this project should be part of our expo, because expos introduce incredible things to the world. Like the telephone, first seen at an expo, moon rock, the Eiffel Tower, and one of the most important breakthroughs in the history of man, ketchup.
And that is the uniqueness of children's brain. At the end of the day, if we can adopt Lean, we'll free up so much time, and it will be an exhilarating feeling, just like a walk in the park. Thank you very much for your time and attention.